bigger, 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 bigger.
Hello, America. Hello, America. Welcome back to another episode of the Bickering Gamers. Today's topic is Godzilla. This is Triple M reporting in.
Shell Dragon 9 here over M's announcements.
Hello, everyone. This is my also very long and drawn-out intro that I am going to say because it's cool, apparently.
Mighty Magger Master again?
Yes.
Naro 102 here.
Hey,
Mighty
you
Master.
better. Hey,
Mighty Masturbation Master.
hey, you guys better show respect to the man who gave you the footage for today's episode.
I love Jimmy. I just love how you don't let that go. Good man. Good man.
Yeah,
don't let that go. That is the diamond you found in the.
Well,
shit
Jimmy.
rough.
Well, I'm sure everyone would probably think that Shadow Draco is the expert on Godzilla, but no.
Guys, we're forgetting one person.
Yeah, aren't we forgetting someone here?
Oh yeah, we have a special guest with us today.
He brought trail mix.
We have what's your name again? What's your
MRZ cameraman.
You're the first one who knew him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me that because I put you as your real name on the credits.
Oh, that's fine.
I gotta change. Well, a lot of people.
Some who called me.
Well, a lot of people. Well, there's a lot of people on the team that prefer to be go by their alias, and I'm perfectly cool.
Oh,
with
whatever.
it.
I honestly don't give a crap at all.
Anyway,
Well, my name's
People know me as Tyler
well,
more than
Anyway.
my name's in the title, so
today's topic is obviously Godzilla.
yeah.
Now, I have to say this. I know a lot of people think of the original Godzilla games. One was for the Nintendo. People say it sucked, mutilated
Well,
monkey meatballs.
let me say this right now.
So-
Let me just get this out of the way right now. Watch the Angry Video Game Nerd Godzilla video, then watch this video. Then you'll have the perfect insight about the early Godzilla games. Yeah, then just watch our video again. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because we're better. Anyway,
No, watch what you
No.
say. Watch that. The internet's gonna attack us.
oh yeah,
They will. Yes, they will.
please, the internet can suck my dick.
And they will.
But yeah, no, I really mean that though. The Angry Video Game Nerd did a perfect episode on early Godzilla games. He really took each one he can find and dissected perfectly because there's such horrible, misguided pieces of shit. Because when you think of a Godzilla game, you want fucking giant monsters destroying shit and beating the crap out of each other. But instead they gave us simulation games.
Oh, there was like a real-time strategy one.
Yeah, there's a real-time strategy one.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
all weird.
but the thing is, of course, that's what we have this game called Destroy All Monsters, where you just get a bunch of monsters and just motherfucking destroy the city and each other.
That's all.
Now,
What was that, Jimmy?
I said, destroy all monsters. Basically, you put two giant monsters in a small arena and launch a city based by destroy the environment, then beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah. In fact, every Godzilla to date after that game is is exactly that. Get a bunch of monsters, beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm waiting. I can't wait.
Print, edit,
Yeah.
done.
I can't wait to see the. I really can't wait to see the next Godzilla game, which they were definitely going to have one considering the new Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
It came out yesterday. By the time we're recording this, because I have no idea when I'm going to get this uploaded, and yeah.
yeah, well, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters was it was the smash hit Godzilla. I remember. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can remember when we did our
IGN said it was
genres
a
of
must-have for the game.
genres of gaming, like Nintendo, when we spoke about Nintendo and Ubisoft and everything. Well, remember when I said I had the choice between Halo and Godzilla Destroy All Monsters? What do you think I picked? The fucking Godzilla Destroy All Monsters.
Well, good that
So-
you did, because I didn't want to get footage.
Well, of course, yeah. And
I have this game too, which I haven't. It was more convenient because Greg had more Godzilla games than I did.
Honestly, I'm not as much of a Godzilla fan as these two. All I know about anything Godzilla related is through word of mouth. So, that being said, from what I've seen on the early video games to how
2004
later they are with terms of Godzilla games, it kind of got like shitty, less shitty, good,
Yeah.
good, better,
Well,
better.
That's how they do it.
It's called trial
It's
and
actually
error.
very
pretty
mirrored
much.
to the Batman games. It actually is pretty closely
Oh,
resembled to that
yeah.
because early Batman games
Don't even remind
sucked total
me.
ass. There was one good one for the NES, but
well, the one thing about Godzilla games
and then
is
it just
that-
got better. And then Arkham series was made, and then I would say that Arkham Asylum is the equivalent of Destroy All Monsters.
You know,
Well,
you want to know something? They're making a fourth Arkham game.
Yeah, Arkham Knight,
Yeah.
which I'm pissed off about
Why?
because
Anyway, let's talk about Godzilla.
yeah, that's another subject.
Yeah,
but just really,
sorry about that.
just
Sorry,
really
I got
quickly.
sidetracked.
Well, just really quickly is because they alienated me because I'm a Wii U owner. They gave us Arkham. I'm like, I would be less pissed if they didn't give us Arkham City and Arkham Origins, and then flip the bird to me about Arkham Knight.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, let's move.
Yeah, let's move
Sorry
on.
about,
yeah.
sorry about derailing it.
Don't worry, we're known for our tangents.
No.
That's why we're called the Bickering Gamers.
No, we're called
Well,
that
that-
because when people bitch that we bicker too much, I get to say, oh no, well that's what the name of the title. But when we do really awesome, I get to say it's just an ironic title. You know, I always win.
I have
Yes.
an excuse. I'm pissed off 25-7.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Well, I'll tell you this. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters is actually the smash hit of all the Godzilla games coming back, because there really were no other Godzilla games. And yeah, I know that there was the Godzilla games from the New York Godzilla. That is not Godzilla. That is Fraudzilla.
Oh, everyone hates it.
That's not
So-
Godzilla, that's Frog.
Fraudzilla
Frog.
is not
Basically,
considered.
the whole movie was that Godzilla was a iguana that mutated from a nuclear explosive nuclear radiation from
That's
an atomic bomb explosion.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of fish. Now,
Oh god.
That's a lot.
now
of
the Destroy All Monsters really paved the way for the Godzilla franchise in video games, because after the crash of the original Godzilla games, how stupid they were. People just wanted to say, can't I just play as a monster and destroy the motherfucking city and
Yeah,
another
that's very
monster?
true.
Well, here you go.
Why you
They
made
said,
another
okay,
monster?
America, here you go. And
Something I noticed is Atari actually pretty much had a monopoly on these games.
yeah, Atari was known for making the Godzilla
And
games.
it makes me really interested who was going to take over Atari, because Atari just went through a level 12 bankruptcy, and they're gone. They're never coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what who's going to take over the place.
Well, the Destroy All Monsters.
It's probably going to be EA.
I think.
Oh, boy.
And you know what? And you know
I
what?
prefer-
Oh god, no.
Do you know what really
They took
helped?
Star Wars.
Let the shitty games begin.
Well, they took Star Wars.
Well, do you know what
Yeah,
really?
let the Hunger Games
Do you know what also? Do you know what also helped the Godzilla Destroy All Monsters game? It's different venues of play. It had different arenas that you can, from Seattle to Monster Island, even the mothership where Mechagodzilla was from, and Orga was from. But it also helped that you can have melee, because a lot of people say, like, we remember when GameCube originally came out, it was going to be called the Melee Box. Well, Godzilla Destroy All Monsters was called Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
yeah, and it was basically you can have like 4 monsters, either have a team battle or just destroy the
They
motherfucking
go
city.
1-on-1, and they had that sort of like a was it Tri-Dragon version of it?
Yeah, yeah, and it also had the unlockable monsters, which
You get to
I'm
play
sure this is
as,
not. I'm sure this
monster-
is not a surprise, but you can easily put in a cheat code and unlock all the monsters.
Well, you need that for fighting
Yeah,
games.
you
It
do.
just it makes it more fun.
Yeah. You know, you unlock the fight, but no one wants to sit there to unlock monsters. They just
No,
want to play
yeah.
as the friggin' monster.
Yeah, you don't want to play
It's
like
the same
40
thing
hours
with-
to
yeah.
unlock a
It's
character.
the same thing. It's the same thing with every fighting game.
Yeah.
Every fighting game.
Disclaimer: Brawl is one of the best fighting games ever.
What? Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Until Smash 4 comes to kick his ass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just way too long.
I would really like to. Has anyone here, like, out of all the people here that have actually played Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, I have to say, my favorite besides Godzilla, because that doesn't count. Of course, Godzilla's going to be the favorite because it's motherfucking Godzilla.
It's the king of the kaiju.
Yeah, King of the Monsters.
Yes.
King of all monsters.
Kingo Dai Kaiju. Now, my favorite monster in Godzilla Destroy All Monsters was either the Mechagodzilla or Mecha King Ghidorah,
I like King.
and then I liked Rodan.
I like Ghidorah too.
Rodan
Right,
was
King-
cool because you
right,
could.
King
He was the
Ghidorah.
only one that could actually fly fast.
Mothra was slow, but it hit pretty hard.
Yeah, that wasn't until Save the Earth. Mothra was actually an ally, a Mothra airstrike. You can actually get a power up in Godzilla
Oh, yeah,
Destroy All
I'm
Monsters
thinking
called
of, Unleashed.
the Mothra airstrike. Now the Mothra airstrike was actually it was just an assist in this game.
Huh?
Yeah, and in its sequel, Save the Earth, since you got to play as Mothra, it was Batra.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
And a lot of people don't realize this, but in Destroy All Monsters, it wasn't an assist or anything. It was just a background character that you could see, like flying in the sky on certain levels. Was Hedorah, the smog monster, in his flying form. You can actually see it. Now,
well, you know, something that's cool about something that I actually am interested in trying in one of these days is I've never played any HD Godzilla games, and I'm aware they exist, but I've only played Godzilla games on the Wii, Xbox, or PS2.
well,
or
Godzilla
the Wii.
Unleashed was actually considered an HD game.
Well, that's on the Wii.
Yeah.
It's in the HD era, but it was on the Wii. The highest we can go is 490p.
490p.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sorry, yeah, I'm 480. I'm at 480.
480p.
Yeah, I'm at 480.
Yeah,
Well,
I was about to
490p
say.
does exist. In fact,
It does exist, but it's not in any sort of
yeah,
quality yet.
it's not a standard. Right? Like right now, Xbox One developers are really tinkering around with that. Like a lot of games are in 920p or 900p or 880. I've heard one of them was. I know Watch Dogs is 920p on the Xbone, and the PS4 it's 980, something like that.
Well, what's your Billy? What's your favorite monster from Destroy All Monsters?
I like Ghidorah. Ghidorah's awesome.
Ghidorah?
Yeah, Ghidorah's sweet.
I'm sheltered. I never played the game.
Oh, it's actually really fun. There actually was a
I'm
console.
sheltered.
You know, for all things, this actually is a console seller
I
in
was
this game.
sheltered too.
It bought-
I can tell the reason
it
why
sold
after the
GameCubes.
video,
I gotta tell you, Megalon was the most annoying monster. Not to fight as, but it was the most annoying monster to face.
Oh yeah,
Because he always burrowed underground.
it's one of those guys that you hate it when he's against you, but you
Yeah.
love him when he's on your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. The computer, the computer
It's
AI,
artificial. It's AI.
the
is
computer
programmed to
AI
think.
will actually be able to do his underground burrow
Yeah.
attack
It has
and
a
actually perform it. If you try to do it, you'll always miss.
It has a shitty. It has a shitty programmed AI. I guess. It's always usually overpowered moves. You get those. I gotta say though, besides that, something like that, the Godzilla games from what I played really balance the characters very well. Like they all have their strengths and weaknesses pretty well. Like you think for a monster fighting game, they make one very superior to the other, but no, they did a good job at that.
They're great balance with all the monsters.
Yeah. I expected Godzilla 2000 to be when I first saw it.
I saw 2000. It was a great movie.
Yeah. Well, that was Japan's middle finger to what they did to Godzilla with that's a lot
2
of
years
fish.
earlier.
Yeah,
2 years earlier.
that's a lot of fish. You know,
2 years earlier was horrible.
New York version.
in New York. That's 98.
That's 98.
They call him the New York Godzilla.
It's called
That's with
in
John
God's
Reno, right?
in
Wherever his name is.
Matthew Broderick and John Reno. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
Now here's the
I
thing.
still have to- I
God-
still have
that
to see
Godzilla?
that movie.
That Godzilla goes
I
by
have
two
that
names:
VHS for that movie. I still have it. It's still
Fraudzilla, or as in Godzilla Final Wars, the Japanese Godzilla movie of Destroy All Monsters. It was like it was called Godzilla Final Wars, where Godzilla supposedly disappears until now, 10 years later.
I've heard,
He
Japanese
fights
Godzilla
the
over
New
there.
York Godzilla called Zilla. They just called him Zilla.
Yeah, they did. They didn't have him called Godzilla. They just called him Zilla.
From-
And they were chewing him.
Well, the other night.
And the biggest middle finger to the New York Godzilla, when Zilla finally went up against Godzilla, Godzilla destroyed him in literally 10 to 15 seconds flat. It was just a small engagement and boom, done for, which was lovely.
Speaking of lovely things, I know it's kind of a bit of a tangent, but I actually couldn't
Don't worry
help
about
but think
tangents
it.
here.
I couldn't help but think about it. The
You
whole
can,
thing
you
actually
can say
brought-
I like seafood
the
on a
whole
platter
thing-
where you going
The thing
off
brought
that.
me back. The whole thing brought me back to like to the days of Pacific Rim when it was being hyped up. So I actually was thinking in my head, and I bet someone's gonna do this at some point. Someone's gonna make a comic mashing up Pacific Rim and Godzilla or some shit
Oh,
like
that'd be
that.
cool.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah, please.
That'd be
Come
boss.
on, you know you want to see
I
it.
That'd be
can
boss.
make so
Come
many
on,
jokes.
that'd be
Yeah.
boss.
You want to see it.
Well,
Liar video. Godzilla's 60 now.
well,
He's good for
that
it.
was from this. Well, that footage was from Godzilla Save the Earth, when back then Godzilla was only 50 years.
Well, now he's 60.
He looked
Yeah,
good for
and he
his age. It's
and
all
he
I
looked
can
and
do.
he
does
looked
look
like
good for
it.
his age,
He
yeah.
looked like it too.
Yeah.
He's got the fat gut and everything. Ugh, I'm in shape. Godzilla Final Wars, he was in shape though. He had pecs for crying out loud.
was
It's all
pretty-
that Vicodin.
He was in
Yeah.
pretty good shape in the new movie.
I will say this though, Godzilla Save the Earth added. It was like Oh right.
Yeah, there were some good improvements.
You guys weren't satisfied with Destroy All Monsters. There weren't enough monsters. Well, guess what? We added a shit ton.
Didn't they make some exclusively for the game too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That was Godzilla Unleashed.
Yeah, that was Unleashed.
But
yeah,
the reason why I like this one is because now you can fight as Baragon, Mothra, and of course Space Godzilla.
I was surprised they didn't put Mothra in the first place. I guess they would have figured it was hard to program for, like what are they going to do with a moth? But you know, Mothra next to Godzilla is the most popular character in the series. Like it's Mothra, you know. Wasn't Mothra the first person Godzilla ever fought? I think so.
No, it was Anguirus.
Yeah, but
Anguirus was.
Everyone just remembers Mothra, probably because Mothra has the most interesting design. Like it's not something you'd expect.
Mothra was its own monster.
Yeah, it's not something you'd expect.
Mothra was actually its own monster.
I know Mothra had a movie series.
Yeah, it had a lot of movie series.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was its own monster.
Sit here and judgmentally eat this trail mix while it's staring at you.
And
right.
And the moral of the story is, all we care about is watching giant monsters fucking beat the shit out of each other. We could care less about Matthew Broderick. We can care less about the human beings that are suffering because of it. For all I care, they can level the whole city with everyone there. I just want to see motherfucking giant monsters beat the shit out of each other. That's all I care about.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I want to see fucking Godzilla take his atomic breath down someone's throat and rip their heads off and throw it in the ocean. That's what I want to see.
Pull a King Kong and rip the jaw completely
off.
Oh
yeah,
I was yelling, "King Kong, that shit!"
Yeah, I was the only one. I think I was the only one in that.
Yes.
I was doing it. As soon as he finished, I just yelled.
Yes, the classic obvious debate that Hollywood never settled: who would win a fight, King Kong or Godzilla? Godzilla.
Of course, Godzilla.
Now it was Half-Life 3 announced.
Now,
that confirms Half-Life.
Now, Godzilla Saved the Earth had the same thing that Destroy All Monsters had, only more. It had a different. It had all the different venues like challenges. There were little side mini games that you could do. They had multiplayer. Obviously, they had the survival mode where you have to destroy all the monsters, but you don't regain health after each round. But they added a shit ton of monsters, like Jaguar, the robot from the Megalon movie. They have Gigan is a returning character. Desert Troya is there too.
They stuffed as much as they can.
Yeah,
like that's impressive moveset. Unleash has the best though. I like the stats they added. That was a very nice touch.
Yeah,
because like the one thing with Destroy All Monsters I couldn't stand was I can't tell who is good for what, so I just had to guess. And I mean, it's different for something like Smash Brothers because I just play for the novelty of the characters.
Yes, Shadow Draco.
I like stats better than
dragon from the Godzilla series.
What was that?
The two-headed dragon.
The three-headed dragon, you mean?
I think it's a three-headed. I think so.
Well,
that's Ghidorah.
That's Ghidorah.
Yeah, Ghidorah. Yeah.
So isn't that Ghidorah?
Yeah. One of my favorite characters to play as in the game, and the most used to annoy my rivals.
Yeah, but believe it or not, Ghidorah was actually the most common Godzilla villain. He was in the most movies. He was the one thing I didn't like about this game. Spoiler alert! If you guys haven't played this game, the worst monster to fight as is Megaguirus.
Well, I'm sure they're thankful that you told them who the worst characters.
Megaguirus is the worst monster to fight as in this game.
They probably did it on purpose.
Megaguirus is horrible.
Weak defense.
Weak everything, really. I tried that character out. It was horrible.
It was weak.
Don't tell me it's just one of those really
Megaguirus each Godzilla game has a charged projectile attack. Like Godzilla has his fire breath and everything.
Atomic breath.
Atomic breath.
Wait, you mean like this?
But
no.
No, not like that.
You kind of you played this up, man.
Now, you Godzilla trailered us.
Go get a seltzer from the fridge. That's why you have them, right?
Now,
I forgot.
But the thing
God damn, Tyler.
But the thing is, Megaguirus.
You're lucky I knew what you ate today, or else I'll be asking you what did you eat.
Megaguirus has no charge up. It has nothing. You know, it pissed me off. Pissed me the fuck off. But yeah, Megaguirus was the worst. The best thing I think, like everybody else is cool. Everybody else was just perfect, and it kept the thing where the space aliens are invading the Earth and everything, and you have to save the Earth and everything. That's why they call it Godzilla Save the Earth. No.
Well, something I want to do with this video is actually a lot of people know Godzilla because of its historical significance in cinema, especially for Japan. But Godzilla has a cool lore that people should know about, which I gotta say, in the new movie, I was just telling Naro about this before the video. If you want to get into Godzilla, I think the new movie is actually very good to use because it showed the exposition very well. Here's how it works. It focuses on prehistoric date where there were giant, large, superpowered creatures who fed on a nuclear energy, which the Earth used to have tons of. But when it started to deplete, and when the Earth's axis tilted, and humans started walking on 2 feet and that crap, they all went to the core of the Earth because they need to feed on nuclear energy.
Spoiler alert.
Skip to 1945. I'm just saying the lore. Skip to 1945. Hiroshima happens. Human beings find out how to contain nuclear energy and use it as a weapon. So obviously, in the first ever Godzilla movie in '54, everything about it is settled, but the nuclear energy is still in Japan. That is the origin of Godzilla. He comes back up because he's awoken. He was attracted to the energy and wanted to come back up. He just destroyed everything. And then what everyone remembers about Godzilla is the classic Godzilla. You know, that one guy looking up, pointing at him.
It's Gojira.
Yeah.
You know, Godzilla.
So there's we find out there's other monsters like that. The only way to make that cooler is they throw it in space. So they throw it in space, and they got aliens and robots, and it's pretty
Space Godzilla.
You know, it's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, Space Godzilla, great. No, we're all fucked.
Oh, Space Godzilla is shit. But yeah, that's the idea. And every once in a while during the 50s, they went around all across the world because of nuclear bomb testings. And then now they quarantine those areas and hide them from the world. But, you know, the monsters find their way back. No matter how many times they die, no matter how many times they get discovered again, no matter how many babies they birth, they will come back and they will beat the shit out of each other. And it will be cool. They will destroy buildings and take lives. And that's pretty badass.
I still find that the movie was pretty interesting in that, like, it kind of, like, teased people throughout the whole
God.
thing.
They had the perfect setup. This isn't a spoiler. It's just something they did that pissed me off. They had the perfect setup. There was the Japanese man on a carrier ship. There he was, staring Godzilla's back in the face. And there was. You were expecting him to come up and then Godzilla, but no. He goes right underneath the carrier. Nope. That's what he did.
I like that. What I like is, like, a lot of times, like, because at some point, like, you see them fighting, but then, like, they cut it.
Yeah, they want to save it for the end. Yeah,
they save it for the end. But what I find interesting is that they follow the perspective of what's his name, Lieutenant Brody. They follow the perspective of him.
Nobody cares about the humans. So the whole episode, I called him protagonist dude's son, and hot nurse wife.
To be honest, actually, I think it's kind of good because, like, some people, like me personally, I'm interested in Godzilla. But I never knew much about it.
You need a story. You need people to back it up. If it's just monsters, it'll be good for a half hour, but if you can make a whole movie on that, because Godzilla had TV specials where he just beat the shit out of and destroyed everything.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna make a whole feature-length movie, that's what you gotta do.
I think the other thing that I could probably agree was one of the biggest improvements ever is that the fact that in this movie, the military wasn't a bunch of slack-jawed idiots.
No, yeah, this time they were really smart. They had debates on what to do.
It's like, let's bomb the city as a last resort, this and that, and it's like, it's like, well,
do you want to know why? No, do you want to know why? Because in '98 it was supposed to be the National Guard.
Yeah, the '98.
It was a crack at the National Guard. In 1998, they were making fun of the National Guard how they're slack-jawed yokels were weekend warriors.
It's Veterans Day, not sissy wussy National Guard Day.
You took that from That 70s Show.
I know that. I was gonna say That 70s Show reference, God.
Now
that was one of my favorite moments, though. Where Reg is staring at Bob in the face with his uniform, and he goes, "Bob, it's Veterans Day, not sissy wussy," because he's making fun of the fact that Bob went to the National Guard to avoid the war. And then it was so funny. As soon as Red leaves, Jackie comes in going, "Oh, hey, Mr. Pinciotti, I didn't know you were a Boy Scout." Oh, that tore a hole in his soul.
Now, the last game that they made was Godzilla Unleashed.
I think they made others after that.
Well, not really.
Well, yeah, I know there's one for the 360.
Well, that's Godzilla Unleashed.
Oh, I thought that was only for the
Godzilla Unleashed.
I thought that was a
Wii
exclusive.
No, it wasn't.
All right.
It was a launch for the Wii, though.
It has a lot of Wii exclusive features in the one we played for the Wii.
Yeah, it was because mine was a launch.
Yeah, actually, that was a really cool setup how they set up the motion control. I really like how they did it because it was really badass. Actually, like the A button was the punch, B button was the kick. Both together was your special, and you have a vertical attack and a side. It's kind of like a pre-Skyward Sword kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it's really cool. The nunchuck rolls you around. It's good for a fighting game, actually. I wish something like Smash Brothers had an option like that, because that was pretty. You can get really strategic with that. There's just cool things to do.
Now, Godzilla Unleashed had even more monsters. Well, it had less monsters than Save the Earth, but it had new monsters, like monsters you never thought you'd see before.
Well, what I like what they
Varan,
did, what I like about what they did was they actually
Biolantes
separated it into categories.
Yeah, Earth Defenders, aliens, mutants, and global defenders.
Because at this point, because after 50 to 60 years of Godzilla, they added a lot of shit to make it as cool as they possibly can. So they added mutants, they had space, they added monsters, they had dinosaurs, all the cool shit.
They had Biolante was in it. Biolante. If anyone here knows the Godzilla series, Biolante of all monsters. Really? You have that thing in Godzilla Unleashed, and that's pretty fucking cool.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I don't know. I know nobody can do this, but I'm laughing off screen because I'm thinking. Whenever I hear storylines or I think of stuff, I try to think like the stuff that's not the main focus. Like,
oh yeah, the little stupid things that don't matter.
How do you think the people on Earth feel? It's like, just imagine that guy reading the newspaper. Well, shit, they're attacking again.
Well, they're waiting. They're waiting for their great moment. They go, "Is it my turn? Really? Godzilla!" They're waiting for their moment.
Yeah. I can tell in the movie
people wait their whole lives to do that.
I can tell in the movie that guy, I don't remember.
Then you give Godzilla a pound.
I know he was in The Last Samurai. He was Kasimoto in The Last Samurai. I forgot the actor's name. But I could tell he must have been waiting the whole. He must have loved doing that line. He just turns to the camera.
Oh, he was so excited for that.
Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, Ken Watanabe. That's his name. I could tell. He's just probably like,
Godzilla. This is my turn. This is my life's
finally have this fun.
meeting.
Like every Japanese person who goes into Godzilla movie, this is my moment. This is defining my entire life. I'm going to win at whatever Japanese Emmys are when I get home. I am going to win it, guaranteed. That's a guaranteed win of whatever Japanese Emmys are.
In Godzilla 2015, he'll be wielding a samurai sword in his armor. He'll be stabbing him in the toe.
And for next award nominee, we have guy who said Godzilla pointed at Godzilla and yelled really loud. And as always, we only have one person, but we just have to do that as a category so we don't piss people off.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. Godzilla Unleashed had like the new monsters like Biolante, King Caesar, Varan, Biolante, but they also had two new exclusive monsters that
also,
were
its stats were a little better because it showed its weaknesses and strengths.
Yeah. And the two monsters that were actually in Godzilla Unleashed that weren't even in the series, it was just monsters made specifically for the game, where one was called Crystalak and Obsidius. Crystalak is supposed to be a space alien crystal munching fucking thing.
It's a thing that beats the shit out of monsters, so you know it's cool.
And Obsidius is supposed to be like a molten rock boulder thing.
It's
Fantastic
cool.
Four thing.
Yeah, a cool
Godzilla
shit.
thing.
Cool shit that destroys other shit. So that's all we care about.
Yeah.
All we care about is giant fucking monsters beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah. But I kind of liked how they had like all the forgotten monsters that no one really wanted to mess around with. But
they're probably playing fanfare right there.
Yeah, well, like Varan.
They pulled a Wii Fit trainer. That's what they did.
Like Varan was my favorite. Was one of my favorite side monsters.
The game's not out. Such was not out yet. I played Wii Fit. It was pretty cool.
Well, Shadow Draco, what was your favorite Godzilla monster in the games?
In the games?
Yeah.
I think I already mentioned it. It was
Ghidorah?
Yeah, Ghidorah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see. True Darkness, who's your favorite? And don't say Godzilla. That's
Godzilla.
cheap.
Okay,
That's
doesn't
bad.
count.
That's like saying Green Yoshi.
I feel the hell of the time.
Gojira.
Oh, that's a good one.
Don't say Gorilla Whale either.
That's me.
That's what Godzilla means.
Yes.
Fun facts. Godzilla means gorilla whale. The
Gojira. The word for gorilla.
In 1954, they named
whale.
Godzilla gorilla whale. Yeah.
Oh, because it's strong and it's.
Well,
it came from the ocean.
It came from the ocean and strong. Yeah, pretty much.
Strong like wood.
Well, that's the thing where cool things sound cool in other languages, but if you translate to English, it sounds really stupid.
Well, Godzilla was actually
like if you ever watched El Tigre, they had El Oso. You know how badass he was, and that name sounds so badass. It just means the bear. His name's the Bear. And that's so redundant and stupid,
Honestly,
but and also, you know, that's fucking cool. And Godzilla, it's like if you call him, it's Gorilla Whale. You think it's the most stupid, ridiculous name in the world.
You know, Godzilla was actually an English pronunciation of the Japanese word.
Yeah,
right?
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like one of those.
Isn't it Godzilla?
No, it's Gojira.
Oh, Gojira.
Yeah, that's
It's
what they
Gojira.
did that in the 98.
Gojira, but
The guy bitches, yeah.
the way the Japanese would say it in English, it's Godzilla. So people
Right,
say
right.
Godzilla.
But you know what? Godzilla got just as
That actually
popular.
makes a lot of sense.
Godzilla got even more popular in America than in Japan. I'll tell
Yeah.
you why. Because Japan was very stingy giving us Godzilla stuff. So whenever they did, we got all our paws on it. We couldn't get enough.
Yeah, because they would tickle our dicks. I remember when I was a kid, I was a big Godzilla fan when I was a kid,
Oh, everyone
and they
loves
would
Godzilla.
they would just tickle Godzilla fans' dicks. It's like, oh look, we're giving you a toy here. Oh, but it's not real looking; it's fake looking. Look how bad you are.
Here at the Bickering Gamers podcast, we do not endorse child pornography. Disclaimer.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, did we do that at one point? We had a bunch of disclaimers. Yeah, no, which one was that?
Reviews of
Memory lane.
the views of these podcasters do not reflect on the true views of the whatever the internet created.
But disclaimer, we do agree with giant fucking monsters beating the shit out of each other and destroying towns and homes and
Don't we have
families.
like 20 disclaimers for this kind of shit?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, we live for that shit.
Or like how they do it,
Listen.
like with Microsoft.
I kinda-
Halo.
I mentally stepped out for a second. I didn't even know.
Hey,
Until-
guys, it's right on our
I've been
logo.
going in and out
It's right on our
so
logo. We're the most professional people in the world.
Until I went
Honestly,
overseas,
I don't think I want.
until I went overseas to Japan to get like Godzilla toys, I actually did. Like when I was over there, I stopped in the local market, and Lord knows, big friggin' surprise, there's Godzilla stuff everywhere.
Yeah, that too.
Big fucking surprise.
Yeah.
Yay, join our place. Let's buy his
Yes, buy our stuff.
It's like extortion.
Yeah, buy our things, and with that,
Just imagine freaking Godzilla coming out and goes,
Bye, Bickers.
yeah, that's why he does it. All right, we're run out of time, so we'll see you guys next
Yeah.
time.
Bye, Bickers.
Triple M reporting out.
Be seeing you all.
Avidasi.
Guys, you're not supposed to take that short. It's supposed to take 20 years because they give us a whole minute in advance to end the video.
Oh god, Godzilla.
Ah,
what a
good
better
job,
way to
Tyler.
end it.
Way to go, you redeemed yourself. Everyone give him a
Alright.
hand. Everyone give him a hand. Everyone give him a hand. What? You redeemed yourself. I'm congratulating. Get off of it. No, stop. Stop it. Tyler.
We here at the Bickering Gamers podcast, not door rape. I mean, door rape. Sorry.
But we do endorse giant
indoor rape.
Wow. And on that bombshell,
But we-
good night.
But we do endorse giant fighting robots beating the shit out of each other, destroying homes and families. Hang on.
Monsters, not robots.
No, well, yeah, monsters. Yeah. We just and
We're running out of
and
time,
robots.
guys.
Wait, I'm not done. We have 20 seconds. I gave it some time in advance because
We're the most
our farewells
professional
take.
people
Yeah,
on the interwebs.
exactly. Usually take us 20 million years. Bye.